Welcome to Something Crunchy. Tyler is homies with Blake. Blake is the older bro of Blair. Blair is married to Tyler, and is a slutty slut.
Welcome to Something Crunchy.
What the hell is crunchy?
Welcome to Something Crunchy.
All right, back in the studio with T-Town and Don't Bring B Down. Let's put them up.
It.
That was a festive cheers there.
That was.
How are we feeling tonight?
Buddy. If I were any more lit, y'all need shades in here.
That's a good one. Pumped for tonight.
Yes.
Extra pumped.
We got some crunchy news just right off the bat this week.
So
We got
excited.
it right off the bat. Pun intended.
Yeah. See what you did there.
Holy nostalgia biscuits. So the new Batman movie, The Batman, will have Robert Pattinson casted to wear the cape. Old news. But the new Flash movie is said to be in talks to have Michael motherfucking Keaton
Yes.
to come back and reprise his role as the best Batman ever.
Old man Batman.
I about Keaton my jeans, and I've been Keaton off ever since I heard. I don't care that he's pushing 70 when it comes out, that he'll need his bat pills to fight crime and his high bat pressure.
Old crusty Keaton.
Like,
You don't want that beating from Keaton. I'm Batman. I am
by
excited.
far my favorite Batman. So excited for that.
He's everyone's favorite Batman.
Is
if
he?
you
I hope
are
so.
25 years of age or older.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kids don't really have a favorite.
They do. It's Christian Bale.
Is it?
Yeah. It comes down
It's because that's the Batman they know. We grew up with Keaton.
to Keaton or Bale. And let's talk about some bat casting. Because everyone loves this Michael Keaton news this week.
Oh, I'm sure. I was like, Tyler, I was like just dying to get it out. And I was like, I know.
I
Keaton,
saw.
I know. Keaton, yeah.
Everyone is loving this Keaton news and is hating so hard on the Pattinson.
Yeah, I'll go Keaton all day over Pattinson.
Well, I mean, everyone knows him from the Twilights. And only the Twilights. I can't name one other thing he's done and didn't even see Twilights. But
Twilight.
what I've learned is don't knock it till you try it, right?
No, I
like
know. I'll
I'm
give it a
saying,
chance.
and I'm going to show my work here.
Yeah.
This is why I don't want to dismiss it right away.
Okay.
Other than the fact that I haven't seen a guy do shit. He looks a little weird. I'll give you that. And I know about the Twilight because
I
of
just
Cullen.
haven't even heard him talk a lot because he said like 3 words in like all the Twilight movies.
First of all, let's remember back before social media in ancient times, fans once started an entire letter writing campaign to keep Warner Brothers from letting the star of Mr. Mom and Beetlejuice play Batman. Like, no one wanted Michael Keaton to play Batman when the first one came out in 1989. There was a letter writing
I'm
campaign.
sure they were all surprised by that.
Now he's everyone's favorite Batman. And let's also not forget, once upon a time, people freaked out over the casting of Heath Ledger as Joker. At the time, he was most known for A Knight's Tale and Brokeback Mountain, so people
it was
did
like
not see it, did not understand.
Phenomenal Joker.
And now, like, that's
Neck and neck
obviously
with-
what he's known for.
With Jack.
Yeah.
it's
could be the
hard
best.
to be as good as Jack in that role.
Yeah.
And
He did crazy.
he did it well.
Let's talk about why everyone, at least our age or older, believes wholeheartedly that Michael Keaton was the best Batman. Opening remarks, brother?
Yeah. Let me start with it's all about who you are on the inside when it comes to Batman. You got to have the charisma.
Yes.
You don't
factor.
Yes.
you don't have any superpowers at all. So you really have to be smarter than everybody, but at the same time unassuming. And Michael
Yes.
Keaton does unassuming better than anybody.
Yeah, he does. He does. And he's got the perfect amount of bat charisma that you need.
Yes.
He was...
He was sure of himself and confident, but cool.
See, all
Like,
right.
so cool.
Here's what a lot of people say. A lot of people think that Bale was the best Bruce Wayne and Keaton wore the actual suit and the voice better. I agree with the voice, but think that the rest is so backwards.
Totally. No, Christian Bale had the worst voice I've ever
didn't
heard
get
for a
it.
Batman.
It threw me off, like, because Keaton never did that. Other people didn't do that. And then all of a sudden he just like
started growling.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't understand what's happening right now. It's like he was pushing it, where like Michael Keaton was just did it right.
He did it more natural. I mean, but they were two very different Batman, and I think the big difference is that they were very different movies. The Christopher Nolan trilogy is far better of movies than those two were.
And the Tim Burton ones?
Yes, they were. Like they really were
very different. They were very, very different.
Tim Burton definitely is more of a comic book style of a director, and Christopher Nolan is more of a action director.
Yeah. So and there was so much action. It was well done action. It was just very different than like the Penguin and Danny DeVito. Like that whole thing. Like such a different vibe.
And then being 30 years apart, the filmmaking and what you're able to do is very different.
If they would have tried to do an action version of Batman back in the 80s, with a Tim Burton directing it, it would have been absolutely terrible. So it had to be more of an eerie, darker, creepier style than a visually stunning action movie.
Yeah.
Right. On the flip side of that, there's a huge nostalgia factor to the 1992 and 1989 movies, because you have to remember at that time that shit hadn't been around before.
For sure, yeah, that was new too.
That was some new shit. Like everyone thought of Adam West and like the campy 1960s Batman TV show. This was like, compared to that, super dark, super different, and with the suit in the car, and that's still the best Batmobile ever fly.
Yeah, I agree.
That's crazy. Yeah. They've like changed it, got more creative,
Ooh,
thought of how we can make this better every time.
But that's your favorite? Like that's the best?
I think it's still the best looking Batmobile. It is.
Michael Keaton's first Batmobile.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know why.
Wow.
There might have been one other one that was real similar and had a little bit better looking lines, but
I like the newest one for tactical purposes.
Climbing walls and shit.
If you're looking at it as more of like a realistic scenario, which you shouldn't.
Because it's Batman.
Blair.
And we don't live in Gotham City, but yeah, if we did.
But I do like that through a more of a realistic lens, because it's very tactical Batmobile.
I believe that he was a billionaire more than the rest of the guys. Like some of those other guys, like, you guys don't carry yourself like a billionaire does.
That's what I want to get into.
I agree. Especially when he was like wearing the turtleneck and like just hanging out in his hair and like old Keaton hair, like.
That's the difference. This is the Bruce Wayne factor. And when people say that Christian Bale was a better Bruce Wayne, that drives me nuts. There's like a different dynamic that Christopher Nolan put in that we'll talk about. But like Keaton, I thought was the best Bruce Wayne because he looked more like a regular guy. Like even if you go back to the original, you remember like Vicky Vale and the sidekick they're around, and they're like, which one of these guys is Bruce Wayne? Like right in front of him. They ask him that. Like he's very unassuming. And so like that was Burton's view of Batman, just the regular guy who needs to dress up in a costume to become more than he is. But the contrast with Bale's like super muscular Bruce Wayne, who trained with ninja assassins and launches straight into push-ups after getting up in the morning. Like that's super different.
He was trained in the pits of hell and despair, wasn't he? Like that's how he got his.
In the second one, that's the third one. Yeah, against Bane, third one.
Yeah. Where he that's like original part of the story though, where he learns to deal with his fears of the bat.
It is more original
and it makes sense with the story.
With the comics. It does go back to align a little bit more with the comics. But I don't know about the way that they did Bruce Wayne and like how they had him put on the flashy image. You never saw Keaton do that. Like he had the Lambo that he drives around and jumps in pools with long-legged European beauties. That wasn't very Keaton. But Nolan's interpretation to Batman was like more of a triangle personality for Bruce Wayne. Like the others were more of just a duality. And Nolan's first, there's like the real Bruce Wayne, who we saw training in the Himalayas. Then there was the public persona of Bruce Wayne, the drunken playboy. And then there was the Batman persona. The others were just kind of more Bruce Wayne and then the alter ego, which is Batman.
We're just partial to Keaton anyway.
There's just a lot of Keaton roles even since then that just really drive the Keaton force a little bit more, because that propelled him obviously to a new level and showed that he can do more outside of like the comedic roles. Even though Multiplicity, the other guys and what he did in some of the other
Oh my God,
ones.
the other guys.
With what he did,
Such a funny for a small role, like
working the side job at Bed Bath & Beyond and quoting TLC.
TLC references. I don't understand what you mean. But you just quoted a TLC song. What do you think?
Fuck, that was funny. He just
He's
has
always
that.
a standout.
I mean, Beetlejuice. Like, there's just a.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of.
Name
Keaton
something
roles.
that we don't love Keaton in.
And if he didn't
That's
make you
really
cry in
hard.
My Life, like, I'm sorry, you're missing something human in you that you should talk to somebody about it.
See
He's
a
such a good
cardiologist.
actor. It's hard not to love everything he does.
He's an awesome actor.
Yeah.
He's good with
The
drama.
founder,
Really
He's
good.
good with
Birdman,
comedy.
like, it just, his list goes on.
He makes bad movies really watchable.
He does. Let's keep it Batman for a second.
Okay.
But I want to talk about 10 actors who were almost cast as Batman.
Ooh.
But didn't make the cut?
Didn't make the cut.
Ooh.
Per Screen Rant,
Interesting.
I have a pretty interesting list here.
Juicy.
Let's talk about what could have been.
What's the dish?
First up, John Hamm.
John
And
Hamm.
you could see it. He was in the
He would be a great
Yes.
Yeah, you can,
Batman.
for sure.
up for the Ben Affleck, and
Yeah,
I
style.
thought it was gonna be him for a second. I remember when it was like
I could almost
it
see
was-
him
he
more
was-
than Ben Affleck.
in the Batman vs Superman. Like, that was good, and he would have been really good in it. But I could see it kind of going the same way that the George Clooney one did, where it's like you expect him to be good because he's,
A bigger actor.
a good Bruce Wayne, but maybe not
Yeah.
the best Batman. I don't know.
See,
but
I think he's like a good mix.
but
of
John Hamm's
like-
done well in action movies.
Yeah,
and-
that's what I was thinking. Because like I feel like he's kind of like a middleman between a Keaton and a Christian Bale. Like he kind of was like
That's
he
true.
embodies
you
both
could
sides
see
a
him
little.
being
Yeah.
like a regular guy, but he's also like you could see him being a rich, put together, suave kind of dude. But he could also be like beefy
Yeah.
and like the action star
He
as
put
well.
on
Like
25 pounds of muscle, which
He could
isn't
get
too
there.
bad. He could be a convincing Batman.
he's got a great voice, great chin.
On the before we veer too far away from George Clooney being brought up, I
don't even remember.
I do want to
George
say
Clooney as Batman.
he was screwed by a horrible movie. That was
it
bad
was so
movie
bad.
Which
making,
one was that?
bad script.
Why could I not
bad,
even think of it?
It's erased from your brain.
Yeah.
It is.
Your,
So bad.
your body rejected it because it was so bad of a movie.
I don't remember one thing about
Is that the Mr. Freeze, Uma Thurman,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Poison Ivy
Arnold
one.
Schwarzenegger? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I do believe.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Because the Val Kilmer was the Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones one.
Yes.
Batman Returns, Penguin.
I remember Mr.
DeVito,
Freeze and I
yeah.
remember Uma Thurman and I remember Poison Ivy. I just don't remember
Yeah, he was
George
Batman.
Clooney.
It was
He was-
Batman.
he was the
and, it was
next one.
Batman and Robin. It was him and Chris
Oh, yeah,
O'Donnell.
Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
That was George Clooney's one. It was because he was actually
I even
a
remember
good
Chris
Batman.
O'Donnell. What does that say?
Just gone out of your mind.
Gone, disappeared.
It was so bad.
Wow.
And it was Arnold's worst performance of all time. And he's
Mr. Freeze.
and he's had and he's had some bad performances. Next we have Kurt Russell, which is hard to imagine.
What?
And he was up for George Clooney's role.
Oh,
I
okay.
love Kurt Russell.
So it was for
He
the
would've been
Batman and
great.
Robin one. And it would have
He
been
wouldn't have made that movie any better.
and it would have been like a little akin to the Tim Burton one. So I think it would have been a little more Big Trouble, Little China
Yeah.
than Escape from New York. I don't know. Ethan Hawke, he was up for
interesting.
Batman Forever, which went to Val Kilmer.
I didn't hate Val Kilmer.
I don't like
Forever.
Ethan Hawke for Batman because he's just so mousy.
You know what? The
I'll
best.
say he's a little small, maybe.
Yeah, it didn't work for me. The best thing that came out of Batman Forever was the 311 song on the soundtrack. It had a good soundtrack, and in particular, the 311 song.
They all had pretty killer soundtracks.
It wasn't bad. Ethan Hawke, I'm not really seeing that one.
They made Seal for a while.
What about Pierce Brosnan?
Ooh.
There you go.
I could definitely
yeah,
see that.
I see that.
I always thought I'd make it with a good Batman.
I could definitely see that. He's the
Is there? What if there was like an English bloke that?
He was so
Also,
James Bond.
like,
How can you
yeah.
have Bond be Batman?
That's true.
We also have Cillian Murphy, and he was up for the Christopher Nolan one against Christian Bale, and he liked him, but even though they both agreed he should have been Batman, they made him the Scarecrow instead.
yes.
So
He made a great Scarecrow.
He made a
He
great
was a
Scarecrow.
good Scarecrow.
and that propelled his career
great role.
Yeah,
a few
he was
levels
super
as
creepy.
well.
I
He-
was gonna say he
really
it was
good
great.
actor.
He like ooh.
potentially on our next underrated actors list.
I agree.
If it's unanimous, I think we
Yes.
could just go ahead and
Jot that down.
pin that in there.
I mean, I'll give him the golden buzzer.
How about Josh Brolin?
Oh, love it.
He was up at the same time with
Okay.
when they were talking about John Hamm and Ben Affleck.
He's like the same for me as like John Hamm. Like I feel like he's like a good middle. He could be a good,
Yeah,
wealthy, put together man.
little
Great chin, good voice.
A little rough around the edges.
and a little seasoned.
Yes.
little seasoned.
Yes.
It's funny to say that when Michael Keaton's 68 and they haven't even made this movie yet. They're still casting for
We
it.
don't care.
You
I
think
don't
anyone
even-
gives a shit?
No.
Because they're probably
I'll see.
going
I
to
can't
follow the
wait
same
to see it.
storyline. So he's still going to be doing it into his 60s and 70s.
If you don't think I'm going to go see a Michael Keaton Batman movie, you must be outside of your mind.
Oh
he,
my
He could
gosh.
come back as the Crypt Crusader. And I'm still
Can't
going.
even say it without
I'm
laughing.
still going. Let's keep going.
Of course
here.
we are.
We also have Nicholas Hoult. He was in the X-Men movies, is Beast, the newer ones.
Oh, yeah, with the glasses.
What's the zombie rom-com movie, Blair? With the
Warm bodies.
Thank you, Tyler.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was in that, and it went down to him or Pattinson, and it went to Roberto.
I get it. I'll give him a chance. I mean, I was just definitely more excited about the Michael Keaton news.
Plays a little young, doesn't he? Not like a
I mean, I guess now he's
really
older.
young Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I just thought Bruce Wayne was like a very like accomplished older
true.
gentleman.
Yeah. I
And
always
Not
see him
super old, but I mean older than Pattinson.
early 40s. I always thought like those folks were in their early 40s.
Yeah, I agree.
A couple people in the running against Michael Keaton for the original role.
Ooh,
William Baldwin.
No.
really?
William
Keaton's-
Baldwin?
What about Daniel Day-Lewis?
Ooh,
If you want to
I drink your milkshake. Oh my god! All the way across the room.
That's talking now.
Oh.
Like
I would actually love to see
Oh
a
my
Daniel
God.
Day-Lewis.
Gangs of New York.
Batman.
Like,
oh my god.
if it
That would
was
be
in the Gangs of
amazing.
New York
Style.
Gotham,
Yes.
if it was in like
That style.
1800 Gotham
Oh my
with
God.
Daniel
They need
Day-Lewis
to
Batman,
They need to do a version with him and make it like
ooh,
circled around.
I'm
Daniel
interested.
Day-Lewis.
I know what's coming up on our next
I was
synthetic
you
sequels.
took it
Definitely.
right out of my brain.
Yeah.
We also got Alec Baldwin, Johnny Depp, Tom Hanks,
Come on.
and Keanu Reeves.
I think that's like the only
Yeah.
role I don't know if I see Tom Hanks doing. Yet people felt that way about like Michael Keaton, and
Yeah,
he did a
right?
great job. So I'm sure Hanks actually would be great
I just don't know how his Batman would be. He could
Exactly.
do Bruce Wayne perfect.
all day. I'm not worried about Bruce Wayne. The Batman is.
That's where
all
I'm-
I can think about is Daniel Day-Lewis right now being Batman.
Totally. Like he's got the chin for it.
That
He's got the voice for it.
and just like the, like
Joie de vivre.
I was literally
lot of
like,
Schwartzman.
Did I pull that out of your head?
Yes, you did. I'm like, why is the only thing I can think of I could?
How come nobody imagined Joe Exotic as Batman? I could be the Cape
like,
Crusader with a lot of joie de vivre.
I can't even try and do it as good as Blake does. It would just come out awful. But that was the only thing that came out of my head.
Can you
to
imagine
explain.
Bruce Wayne with like 11 earrings? What's on
The
all those
hair.
earrings?
I need 3 Robins.
All naked.
3 Robins. And definitely a Mr. Freeze.
Let's rethink the Catwoman. Go with the Catman. Minimum 2 Robins.
Extra Joker, too.
They wanted Mel Gibson to play Batman.
Ooh.
The original. They offered it.
Interesting.
They offered the role to Mel Gibson, but because he already committed to playing Martin Riggs in Lethal Weapon 2, he turned it down.
I could see it. I could see him being Batman.
How many lethal weapons did he get out of that? 4?
5.
5.
Five.
He made the right move.
I don't know.
I don't think he would have been
You
in
think
Batman.
you think those 5 lethal weapons did better than those 2 Batman?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's a great question.
It's not Batman's, but it's not Batmen.
Well, let's say
The Batman movies.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Batman's.
The Batmans.
I can definitely see him being Batman. I see him being more Batman than Bruce Wayne, though. That's like the one person that I see being more
Being a
That's
better
a good
Batman.
point,
of a
Blair.
Batman
There you
than
go.
Bruce.
Blair.
Excellent observation.
I'm so surprised.
Blair.
Oh, good for you for
Wow.
coming up with
Way
an
to
interesting
go,
new twist.
Blair. For the Christopher Nolan trilogy, Heath Ledger came and auditioned for Bruce Wayne, Batman, wanted the role badly.
Nailed it.
Did not get it.
He didn't get it.
Got the Joker.
He liked him enough to put him as the Joker. He went
he
for
wanted
Batman.
to be
He
Batman.
wanted to be Batman.
Oh, he was. I'm glad that he ended up being Joker because it was like so. He nailed Joker.
That's very interesting.
It's interesting stuff.
He prepared for Batman. He got Joker.
Yeah.
He wasn't prepared for Joker, but then, like, last minute, he
Well, keep in
crashed.
mind the Joker one was the second one, so he went for the original Batman Begins movie for the
He had time
Christian
to
Bale
prepare
part,
for
Right.
Yeah.
Joker.
and he didn't get it. But Christopher Nolan liked him and casted him for.
and then had the time to prepare
Yeah.
for Joker. But
Yeah.
it was like, I feel like he wanted Batman, and he got
did.
Joker.
He did, but he was still able to
I don't think he was
prepare.
disappointed with getting Joker.
No.
No.
He's one of the other, again, like you said, like Jack Nicholson was like OG, but I mean, he blew that role out of the water, especially the Christopher Nolan way. Like,
Yeah, even with the nostalgia factor and how much I love Jack Nicholson, I don't think he was a better Joker than Heath Ledger.
he just took it to where, like, you really believed, like, that character. And
Now that-
like, that is.
What if they like redid Batman using Jack Nicholson to do Joker now, like old with the raspy voice and like a
That would be
Can
an
he
old,
show up-
super
creepy Joker?
and
In
cool.
Flash with
He already has the
Keaton?
hair.
Yeah.
Like with Keaton. Oh,
Oh,
man.
I'd
Like they just
be-
extend it back in the series, get Tim Burton involved and make it darker, newer.
Yes. Why don't
And
we
it's just
do
a
this?
bunch of old guys that are smarter than everybody making just the nastiest
know.
things go down on
Oh,
screen.
I want this so bad.
awesome.
Now.
If Stallone
I want it.
if Stallone can keep making Rambo movies
And,
Yeah,
and
totally.
Rocky
Like,
movies.
and Rocky movies, like these guys,
Nicholson.
they're not
would
that
be-
old. They're
no.
younger than Stallone.
And it'd be like a great place for them. Like Nicholson can still be like such a different crazy
Ooh.
Joker.
And
Like,
it's
Because he
not
doesn't have to be fit.
over-the-top
It's not
action.
physical confrontation
No.
either. Well, maybe a little bit, but it's the henchman that
it's
he's
the
got to
face
get behind.
and the personality, and they
Yeah,
have
he's
that.
the one calling the
And
shots.
everything
He's
is covered with the exception of the eyes. That could be a double 90% of the movie when he's in Batman.
CGI.
CGI. I'm excited about this one.
CGI finally
that was
get to get excited about something.
CGI. I'd pay about $12 to see that.
CGI. I'd risk getting COVID to go see that in the theater.
Oh, that's great. All right, I want to move on.
What else we got?
Michael Keaton is not in a band, as far as I know. So there is no smooth transition here.
Maybe.
But I do want to talk about celebrities and bands.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I got a little game skis.
Say what?
I got a little game skis.
Way.
We're going to do a similar style. We're going to bring back what we felt worked strong for us in the 420 episode. If you remember
I
this,
love that game.
if you remember the Celebrity Stoner game, where
Oh.
we use the character names from
Yeah,
harder
the
to
roles,
easiest,
and we
you
have to
take it
guess
out.
who it is.
Yes.
Okay.
We're doing that style, but instead of Celebrity Stoners, we're doing celebrities in bands.
Love it.
This is harder.
I was gonna say,
This is harder.
like
yeah,
this
I
is
don't
gonna be
really
hard.
know
And
any
it-
celebrities in bands, so this is gonna be tough.
Well,
like I know like two.
there's a lot of celebrities in bands, and like I'll tell you right off the bat, we're not using some of the obvious ones like Jack Black. Everyone knows he's in Tenacious D.
Shit.
Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars,
Damn it.
off the
I was
list.
about to
Those
say
are the only ones I know.
Yeah.
Donald Glover.
You're not using him
Nope.
either?
Nope. Gone. No Childish
Oh.
Gambino here tonight, brother. It's too easy.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
And if you even
Are we
think
gonna get
if you even
these?
think you're getting Marky Mark, there's no Mark Wahlberg. It's too easy. I'm sorry. No Funky Bunch. This is something crunchy.
Well, let's hope we do well in
Something
this
crunchy,
game.
not the Funky Bunch.
No, this is hard as shit.
That would have been a pretty good name for a podcast.
Yeah,
The Funky Bunch.
but it's been done before.
Sure it has. Something crunchy is even better.
We're more crunchy than we are funky.
I'm nervous for this game.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous for
I'm
you
over
guys.
here just like chattering away because I'm so nervous.
This is really tough.
is really tough.
Well, let's get started.
Okay.
And this is with help from Ranker, Insider, LOLWatt.com, and the FW. Let's get into celebrities and bands. Start with character names. First one, Johnny Tyler. It's the only way you can say that name. I'm sorry.
Johnny Tyler.
Johnny Tyler. Billy McBride.
Oh, this
Is this like Name Is Your Buzzer? Or...
Nope. You just throw it out there.
Nicolas Cage.
Nope.
Shit.
Morris Buttermaker.
Billy Bob Thornton.
That is.
got it.
And you got it before Willie Soak and Jasper Woodcock.
Oh, Jasper Woodcock.
Jasper
That was the Hail Mary, like,
Yeah.
if you don't get it by now, come on.
What other Woodcock do you know? Come on.
Wow.
Buttermaker.
Well done.
Thank you.
Brother.
Tyler James.
Billy Bob Thornton has
That is
released 4 solo country albums, sings and plays guitar in a blues rock band called Tres Hombres, and currently fronts a country rockabilly group called the Boxmasters.
Boom.
Totally go see that concert.
He could wail.
Really jam.
All right. Thomas J. Sinnott. Richard Tyler. Michael Alig.
Oh, Macaulay Culkin.
What?
I actually, from the first one, what was the first name?
Thomas J. Sinnott.
Is that
Oh, yeah,
from
Thomas
My
J.
Girl?
Blair, yes it is.
I
I
was
knew
like,
Thomas,
Thomas
J,
J.
but then the Senate turned me
Yeah.
off. I was like, I feel like
I never
but
knew his
Michael
last
Alec,
name.
I know all day as
Ah,
Macaulay.
before I got to Henry, which was the good son, and then the Kevin McAllister, if you hadn't
Kevin.
gotten there.
Yeah, come on. Ooh,
Blair.
okay.
There, ties it up.
One
He's
apiece.
in a band?
Why don't you go ahead and start a little tally
Oh.
here? It's
Little-
one apiece.
Oh,
tag.
you know I love a good scoreboard.
We haven't kept score in a
We're
while.
not skunked after 2. You know, we're split. So that's. We should
I'm
definitely-
impressed. I mean,
score now.
someone was going to get Kevin McAllister there, so like I was.
I'm glad you said to do this early, not one like Tyler's already beating me by 3, because I'm like, no.
I'm not into keeping score.
No, we don't need to keep track.
So we got a chub apiece going into the third one here.
Full chub each.
Full chubs.
James Whitey Bulger.
Whitey Bull.
Grindelwald. John Dillinger.
Oh, John Dillinger.
Gene Hackman.
Nope. George Young.
Johnny Depp.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp was a member of the Group P, which also included Butthole Surfer singer Gibby Haynes, Red Hot Chili Peppers bassist Flea, and Sex Pistols guitarist Steve Jones.
It's called P.
It's called P, just a letter P.
Oh, it's like PEA or
No.
just P.
Just P.
Huh.
Is he playing the Hollywood Vampires too?
That's his new band.
Yeah.
And he can play guitar. He definitely can.
Yeah, you can shred a little bit.
And at times,
like the front
his
man?
vocals gets there, but he does the
Johnny Cash it too much.
he does the talking vocals
Yeah.
too
Oh.
much. Wish I could play it for you, but he'd probably be a little pissed.
He'd get mad.
We don't have the rights to Hollywood
The talking,
vampires
singing
here.
over like
Yes.
I should
actual
ask him.
vocals.
Should ask him if we're allowed to play his music.
And if we're talking about Johnny Depp for a second,
He's probably cool with it.
because I noticed this in his music, and I really like him. I'm a huge fan of
Love him.
Sure.
a lot of his movies. But ever since he did Fear and Loathing and did the Hunter S. Thompson, he has talked like that ever since, basically.
He's been stuck in it.
He has like an accent now in like that
That
he
is
didn't have before that
hilarious.
movie. You look at Gilbert Grape, you look at Jump Street, like
I might have some inside information as to why that happened, but we'll wait for a future celebrity guest.
is this pertaining to
Sure
a
is.
guest coming up in a couple weeks?
It absolutely
I don't even
is.
want to say any more about it. Forget I even talked about Johnny Depp.
We'll move on.
Just put a pin in that.
Put a pin in Johnny Depp
And-
being stuck as Hunter S. Thompson.
Yes. File that in the folder for get fucking excited.
Get fucking excited about it. It's a good fucking story.
Is in the folder.
Label that shit. Get fucking excited. All right. Anita Miller. Allison. Nora. Bridget. Summer.
Zoe Deschanel.
Damn it. I knew it.
Yes.
Didn't even have to get to Javi. Is it Javi or Jovi? From
Jovi.
Jovi.
That's what I thought. I knew I
She
was
had
going
the
to fuck that
bad.
up. And then Jess Day. Wow. What is it? 3-1 over here?
Sure
Flip
is.
biscuit.
You got Billy Bob and you got William Robert Thornton, and she's gotten everyone since then.
Yeah.
Fuck. Come on, biscuits.
I was nervous.
Put your head in the game.
I'll like
get
get
it the
going,
same
but
time
then
that
you'll
you
get like
do.
6 in a row. So
Here's the problem. I have to read Blair's mind first.
as soon as it's in my head, you get it. But sometimes you can get it out before
Yeah.
I can actually.
You could
get it
read
out.
her better than you can find it in your own brain.
Exactly.
Wow. It's an interesting tactic.
Yes, it is.
I get
You're
it.
also betting that I'm
I get
eventually
it.
going to get it.
It
which
would help
is-
if you saw Blair's face during his questions too, listeners, because she is very expressive. As soon as
So
the question
intense.
mark comes
My
at the
eyes
end of
are,
it,
like, huge.
eyes are open, no blinking, mouth wide open, and kind of the like half crank.
Half crank.
You're an important part of the show, Pete.
feeling it.
We love you so much.
Let's move on. Richie Roberts. Ben Wade.
Oh,
Jim Braddock.
oh my God.
Robin Longstride.
No, hold on.
John Nash. Oh my God.
John Nash?
I'm not giving you this last one. I'm going to wait for just like a minute. Blair. Ben Wade.
I was thinking.
That's what made you like.
Yes. God, I cannot think of his fucking name right now.
Maximus.
Oh my God, stop. Don't even say anymore. Stop talking so.
Maximus Iridius.
Not.
Is Russell
no.
Crowe?
Oh, fuck.
Thank you.
All I
was-
could think was Gerard Butler. I'm like, no,
Jeez.
no.
All I could think of was Mel
no.
Gibson.
Good Lord.
Russell Crowe. Damn
I'm just
it.
glad somebody got it. And you guys have gotten every one so far.
I was
between the
going to
two
get
of
it
you, which is-
eventually.
Sweet.
I'm into that.
Damn it.
What are you doing over here? Don't forget the old
Oh,
Mark on
yeah. Are
T.
you
Tyler.
forgetting something over here,
Just
Blair?
like sleight
Your
of
chub
hand.
is there, okay?
Love that. That means Tyler wants to win.
Hidden chub.
He's rejuvenated by getting one. He was like, I wasn't just going to
I'm
get
back.
one
You know I
tonight.
want your full chub.
Stop it. Sonny Weaver Jr.
Sonny.
Bo Burrows. John Dutton. Robin of Locksley.
Kevin Costner.
Damn it.
Didn't even need Elliot Ness or Crash Davis, and you would have gotten it by then.
Yeah.
That was going to be in your
Crash.
pocket eventually.
That was just set up for Tyler.
Kevin Costner sings and plays guitar in the band Kevin Costner and the Modern West.
Creative name.
The band, which formed in 2007, isn't exactly big here in the U.S., but their second album, Turn It On, did make it onto the charts in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and Greece. The group released a third album in 2011, which featured guest vocals from 80s German pop singer Nena from 99 Luftballons fame. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. But Costner now shares a hollowed space next to the Hoff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's
didn't-
internationally known on the
some
microphones,
Costner.
That's right.
but only internationally known, not regionally known.
That's really funny. I
all.
only go overseas.
huge elsewhere.
Not domestically known on the microphone. Okay.
Are we dead even right now?
What's the count?
Tied it up.
3-3.
Ooh.
Wow. It's getting competitive.
Jab, jab.
I like where this is
Uppercut.
going.
Hook.
Sebastian Kane is a hard one.
Wow.
And you wouldn't
Sebastian.
think this one would be really hard, but this is really hard.
Ryan Phillippe?
Not even close.
It's only Sebastian.
Yeah, for sure.
This is like your only chance, really, if you think about it. Valentine McKee.
Oh.
Valentine McKee. I really feel like that's your best chance.
Nicolas Cage.
No.
Damn.
Keep guessing that all
That's
night.
just
It's
going to
not
be
gonna
your
work.
go-to, isn't it?
I don't even know if he's in a band or not.
He's not on this list. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
He's been in every movie. He's got a hit. No, he's
Nicolas
not?
Cage is not
He's
on.
on. Shit.
Ren. Tom.
Oh wait, it's Nigga Footloose.
Ray Duquette.
Kevin Bacon.
What?
Didn't even have to get to Jack Swigert, David Lindhagen, or Wade was the last
Wade.
one. For, if there was any chance, Blair may have snacked some.
I would have totally
Wade
gotten
from
David
Riverwild.
Lindhagen.
David Lindhagen. How many times is that name said in that movie?
Oh my God, so many times.
David
Crazy,
Lindhagen.
stupid, yes. But Tyler, I'm proud of you.
Nicely done.
Wade.
From
I know my Riverwild.
I got that off of
trivia.
Ren. I used to watch Footloose every day when I was 3.
Oh, you do love Footloose.
Knock, knock, brother.
What's Valentine?
Tremors.
Oh,
Val.
really?
Valentine, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. The Bacon Brothers are the hardest working celeb band you've never heard of. Fronted by actor Kevin Bacon and older brother Michael, they've released 5 studio albums,
Wow.
a live DVD, and a best of collection. They've also appeared on television, on soundtracks, have held numerous fundraisers, and even teamed up with legendary Philadelphia singer Bunny Sigler in 2009.
I love it. Let's go see the Bacon Bros.
I'm in. That sounds like a good
We're
time.
here for your best of.
Play the hits, brothers.
Yeah, you fellow Baconhead. Alan Bosley.
So many Allens.
Sebastian.
Another Sebastian? Still not Ryan Phillips?
No.
Damn it.
Luke. Lars Lindstrom.
Charlie Sheen.
No. Jacob. Driver.
What?
Kay. Noah.
Tommy Lee Jones?
No. Not that Kay.
I was
The
thinking
other
Men
guy.
in Black
Yeah,
or
me
something.
too.
Noah.
I thought I totally had it just then. Damn it.
Neil Armstrong.
Gary Sinise.
No. He never played Neil Armstrong.
You're thinking of Apollo
He was
13.
Apollo 13.
But it wasn't Neil.
Wasn't Neil.
Fuck. You sure it's not Gary Sinise?
I'm sure.
Lars.
Lars Lindstrom.
Why do
A
I
lot of
keep
people are
back
going,
to
what the
Lars?
fuck? Why aren't you getting that? And then Alan Bosley, I want you just to think about that for a second. Remember the Alan Bosley.
Remember the Bosley?
Alan Bosley.
This is a tough
The only
one.
Alan I'm thinking of right now is 2.5 Mez.
That's Alan Harper.
I know.
Remember the Titans had an Alan Bosley. Ryan Gosling provides vocals,
Aw.
piano, guitar,
Gosling.
bass guitar, and cello in the band Dead Man's Bones.
Man.
In
he,
2000
came to mind for half a second. Then I was like, yeah, that can't be it.
Should have known
It
that.
was-
Never heard of him being in a band. Wow.
It was
I should have
him.
known
was
Remember
him.
the Titans.
In 2005, Gosling met fellow actor Zach Shields, and the two bonded over their mutual love of ghosts, monsters, graveyards, and zombies. Together, they formed Dead Man's Bones and released a debut album in 2009, which features song titles like My Body's a Zombie for You, Lose Your Soul, and
Classic.
Flowers Grow Out of My Grave. Gosling and Shields play all of the instruments on the record themselves, including ones they weren't familiar with. They also refused to use click tracks and allowed themselves no more than 3 takes while recording.
Well, I guess that's one way to do it. Hopefully you're
High
good.
standards.
That's one way to do it.
I just keep thinking of the dead man on campus. And
And Deanne McKenzie. Naomi.
Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith.
No. Brenda. Rita. Oh, man. Lillian. Connie the Hormone Monstress.
who's Connie?
Oh, come on.
It's not Wanda Sykes. It's
No.
Ooh.
It's close.
I know I'm close. I'm just can't.
Brenda. Rita.
Oh my God, no! Don't. I know
Rita
this.
from
What was that movie?
Oh my God.
I don't know who does.
I don't
your
know.
voice.
I feel like a idiocracy. I feel like an idiot.
Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph.
Before joining Saturday Night Live, Maya Rudolph was a backup singer.
I knew it was one of the voices.
And keyboardist for the band The Rentals. She hit it big on Saturday Night Live and now has a band with her friend Gretchen Liebram called Princess,
Oh my God,
where they
I love
cover
those.
Prince songs.
I love Maya Rudolph, and I would love to see her.
That's amazing.
Playing concert.
You didn't know she was the hormone monstrous in Big Mouth?
I couldn't think of it. No.
It's hard. It's hard on
I
the
knew
spot.
it was a voice that I loved,
loved.
that I was just trying to figure out the right one of like.
It's hard on the spot. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
This is a lot harder once you're like flying like.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of listeners tonight.
You
Sorry,
try to do
everybody. What's how many you got right now? What's your score?
Yeah. Let me see
that
everybody's
shit.
scoreboard.
Tag my ass in it too. Let me see what you got. You got 4.
Player X. Nick. Evan. Polly Bleecker.
Michael Cera.
I was gonna say, if this is the Evan we're thinking
Yeah.
of, this is Michael Cera.
Didn't need George Michael Bluth or Scott Pilgrim to
Oh.
get Michael
We
Cera.
would have definitely gotten this one eventually.
Michael Cera was the touring bassist for the band Mr. Heavenly. He
See
also
him as a bassist.
he also played mandolin and provided backing vocals on the Weezer song "Hang On."
Oh, that's cool.
And backup vocalist
And
for period
Backup
5.
singer.
He was the doo-wop guy in the background. Just did the dance.
Mandolin, way to go, Michael Cera.
Mark Taylor Jackson. This is hard.
Mark Taylor Jackson.
Gideon Graves.
Gideon.
Cousin Ben. Ross. Ringo Starr.
What?
Ethan Dulles,
Who's played Ringo Starr?
a.k.a. Cool Ethan.
Oh, what's
Jason
his
Schwartzman.
name? Oh my god.
Cool Ethan.
Nailed it. Cool. I had to throw that in there at the
Yes.
end. A.k.a. Cool Ethan.
And he was
Ethan.
Ringo from
That's
Walk
exactly
Hard.
right.
Yeah.
Blair will
Is it-
always remember that. No matter what.
Cool Ethan. Oh my god, as soon as you said
Cool
that.
Ethan.
You know me.
Cool Ethan.
Damn it.
Jason Schwartzman has been in several bands. He sings and plays guitar in the indie band Coconut Records, and previously he was the drummer for the band Phantom Planet. Dave! Fudge!
Showed a lot of restraint because I know you wanted to.
Slackers is underrated. That movie is fucking funny.
I love that movie. Fuck, that's a good movie. Dang!
So good.
Marcus Hamilton. Kevin Flynn.
Judge Reinhold?
No, sir.
You did not get it that fast.
Hamilton.
Bad Blake. Such a cool name.
You like that, don't you?
Oh, I like that. Rooster Cogburn.
Sam Elliott.
No,
Not that rooster.
the dude.
Oh. Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
I feel like maybe half a chub apiece. You got
Split
Bridges.
that?
Well, you got Bridges.
What's his-
She wouldn't have gotten Jeff if you didn't say Bridges. No.
No, I said Jeff Bridges as he was saying Bridges.
I don't think so.
No, I think you
I
said
think you said Bridges. I say half a chub apiece.
You're the judge. I'll go with that.
Rooster Cogburn? I do not know this man. Come on.
We should have definitely gotten that faster.
Yeah, for sure. That
I couldn't even help myself saying it in character.
I know
like-
you said it.
I know.
Your face
I
was
was
like,
Don't do it.
show restraint, please. Hold back.
Jeff Bridges sings and plays guitar as a country artist.
Ooh.
He's had a passion for singing and has made many guest appearances for his singing, including on The Tonight Show. So he's been around.
he's established.
I would
established.
definitely hear that.
I'm going to tell you going in, I give about 10%, maybe 15% of our listeners a chance of getting this one. The chance of anyone at this table getting this, including myself, are 5%.
Really?
You have the only chance, and
I get nothing?
I'm not sure you're even
Only
qualified.
because I can like tap into the universe and figure out
No.
the
See
answer,
how
not
well you
because I
can
know
tap.
it.
No, it's only a man thing and an 80s thing. Strictly masculine and 80s.
And that's
Only
Tyler written all over it.
I did have the biggest dick in the 80s. As a child. They didn't stand a chance.
I have a horrible joke ready for that, but it's just
Kid
I'm
dicks,
just
you can't joke
going to
about.
save myself the editing time later
It's
and
off
not
the
even
table.
say it. Let's give it a try. Forrest Taft. Nope. That does nothing for you. Mason Storm. Fucking cool name. But
That is a good name.
But no. Here's a good chance for you. Nico Toscani.
Nico.
Lieutenant Jack Cole.
Jack.
Travis Hunter. Colonel Austin Travis.
Played a lot of military roles.
Yup. Casey. Ryback Oren Boyd.
Oh, I don't have a clue. I can
Those
tell
would
you
be
that.
the most popular character names for Steven Seagal.
What?
Oh, I would have never
His
in
most
my life.
recognized. I know. That's why I
Never
was
in my
like, not
life.
even a chance.
No.
Like on your best day.
Yeah.
No way. On my best day, I would have never gotten that.
No.
No way. You only had
You
a
have
5%
to be
chance.
a Steven Seagal fan.
Yeah. Steven Seagal has released 2 albums as a singer and guitarist, and he's supported by his band, Thunderbox. Of course.
Such a Steven Seagal
Thunder
band.
Lips, the ultimate male.
Thunderbox. Oh my god.
Thunderbox. Mac Taylor. Burt Hammersmith. Also a cool name.
Great name.
It's a cool name.
Burt Hammersmith.
Detective Jimmy Shaker. That's where I would have gotten it.
You would have known that?
Jimmy
I would have
Shaker?
known
Detective Shaker.
Should I know this?
that. 40%. Ken Mattingly. And I'm looking right at you. Ken Mattingly.
Ken Mattingly.
Ken Mattingly. Just a little callback on something earlier. Ken Mattingly.
Still not Nicolas Cage.
Nope. Still not Nicolas Cage.
He didn't show up on this list.
He already said he wasn't in there, but that's the only callback I can remember.
Lieutenant Dan Taylor.
Gary
Oh,
Sinise.
Gary-
Blair.
Got it.
Ken Mattingly. What the fuck was he Ken Mattingly in?
Apollo 13.
Shit.
What was that? Apollo 13, which we discussed earlier.
Not Neil Armstrong, but a Ken Mattingly.
The other,
A Ken.
the other guy. Ken Mattingly.
And Detective Jimmy Shaker was in Ransom. Fly.
Oh my gosh.
Fly.
Great movie.
Probably his
so
best role.
Good. So good.
Yeah. He told me if you were ever in a band, I would be your first mate. So here I am.
Ready to play bass. You.
Thought I'd try out my musical legs. You ain't got no legs to tear down.
My musical lip.
Gary Sinise sings and plays bass in the Lieutenant Dan Band,
And
named
that's what
after
it's
his
called.
classic character from Forrest Gump.
That's hilarious.
Lieutenant Dan Band. David Dunn. Frank Moses.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Butch Coolidge.
Butch. Frank Moses.
Mikey. Corbin Dallas.
I was about to say Matt
John
Dillon.
Favreau?
Nope.
Corbin Dallas. Is that
Jimmy Tedeschi.
Oh, that sounds really familiar.
You guys, come on.
Wait,
Corbin
wait.
Dallas
Yeah, that's
is-
the
Come on. That's where you should get it.
Fifth Element.
Yes.
uh,
Jimmy Tedeschi.
Come on, that's Don't Tell Me. Bruce Willis.
Oh.
Jimmy the Tulip Tedeschi.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, I wasn't going to say John McClane. I just wasn't going to do it.
Damn it. What?
Bruce Willis sings and plays harmonica on the album The Return of Bruno and performs with his band.
Harmonica.
And performs with his band, The Accelerators.
Frank Mose, I knew.
He did a lot of singing in the 80s, and it was... No one wants to go back and look at that. You feel embarrassed for him
great.
looking back now. Yeah, it's not good.
Now, harmonica, I can see being phenomenal, but vocals, I'm not sure I see it.
It was very 80s.
Okay.
Painfully 80s.
Lots of synthesizers and such.
I can hear it in my head now.
Think finger snaps and synthesizers.
I need something snappy.
A lot of finger snaps.
Yeah.
Dead on with the finger snaps.
Feathered haircuts.
If you can't snap to it, it's not 80s.
It's not 80s. It's the rule of the 80s.
Tom Baker.
Tom Ace.
Gil.
Why do I want to say Steve Martin?
Wow.
Really?
Didn't even have to say Lucky Day, Bowfinger, Master Sergeant Ernest G. Bilko,
Oh,
or
Ernie.
George Banks. Blair.
Ooh.
Damn. B. One more time.
For
Was that-
totally redeeming.
I was just thinking
Wow.
Baker from Cheaper by the Dozen. I
That's
was like,
exactly
is that
what it is. Steve Martin
So good. I see
is
so
in a
many
band.
ridiculous movies.
He plays banjo, right?
He plays banjo
That's so
with
awesome.
the Steep Canyon Rangers.
Ooh, I like that name.
You're not exactly alone. There's three of you.
Ooh, I'm proud of this.
Wow.
That's cool.
Impressive.
Like I should get like an extra happy just for being so fat. No, I know.
You don't?
I know.
You don't, but you should. That's really good. After two, all you got was Tom Baker and Gil. Damn, B.
I don't even know Gil. I was just gonna go out on the
I
limb
had to say
for
Maximus
Baker.
3 times before anyone could say
I know.
Crow.
He was in my head. I had after Midway. I like had it. Maximus. Who else
Maximus
is it?
Ridius. All right. Kevin Lomax.
Lomax.
It's not what you're thinking.
Oh.
You're thinking Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes, I
Yes,
am.
I am. Like,
Exactly what it is.
that's 110%.
It's
Like
really this, but you're really thinking Weekend at Bernie's.
100%.
You're thinking Bernie
yes.
Lomax, and no
Lomax.
Blair.
I was getting so excited. I think my face just lit up. Like,
I know this one too. Bob Arctor.
nothing.
Jack Traven.
Jack.
Fuck.
Ted Logan.
Nothing.
Keanu?
Oh, Ted.
Theodore
Ted
Logan.
Theodore Logan. You didn't. Next was Shane Falco. So that was the
Oh,
difference
man.
between you getting it and you getting it,
Yeah.
which is funny.
I was always starting to get it from Ted, but
And I knew I wasn't going to need Johnny Utah or John Wick, and fuck if I was going to say Neo. Right around the time.
Say Neo.
you know nobody's getting past Shane Falco.
Right around the time Keanu Reeves first played Neo in The Matrix, he was also playing bass and backup vocals for an alt-rock band called Dogstar. Formed in
Ooh, I
1991, the trio released an EP in 2 albums and even opened for Bon Jovi in 1995 in Australia and New Zealand. They split in 2002, but rumor has it they are recently reviewing footage for a project that reflects their initial years of touring. Still, they're no Wild Stallions. Obviously.
I mean,
Obviously.
who is?
It's the world's music.
I mean, I had to be on here.
This is good.
That's awesome.
You guys are doing
We're not
well.
doing as bad as I thought we were going to.
I
Thought this was going to
agree.
be another "What's the score" moment where it's just crickets, and we're like,
It was only
"Oh."
What's the Score Part 3. And
No,
and it was
for
only
sure.
for like the first 7 or 8 plays.
That was
It
what's the
gets
score.
really good after that.
That's what's the score part 3 pro edition.
Yeah, that was a tough
right.
one. 1 and 2 nailed it. The third one was tough.
This next one, you're going to like this one.
So this makes me nervous because I feel like we should know it like immediately.
You'll get it. Tom House.
Hugh Laurie.
No,
I was gonna
but
say.
I like that guess.
Well, how?
I like that guess. Different house.
Different house.
But that's a good guess. Fred Hayes. Bill Hendrickson.
Nothing yet.
Bill Harding.
Been
Lots of bills.
a lot of bills.
Coconut Pete.
Oh, Bill Paxton. Who is a
lot
bill?
of bills.
Like, lots of bills.
I was going to say Bill Pullman.
I didn't know what to do first. Morgan Erb or Coconut Pete? Blair.
Yeah.
Chubb goes
I would have
to
gotten
D.
either
Wow.
one. I feel pretty positive
know.
about.
The late Bill Paxton provided vocals and made samples in the 80s band Martini Ranch. They were an artsy new wave band with a sound heavily reminiscent of Devo. The video for their single Reach was directed by James Cameron and features
Really?
cameos by Paxton's Aliens co-stars Lance Henriksen, Paul Reiser, and Jeanette Goldstein.
Wow.
Yes. Sadly, all that star power does not make it any less cheesy or cringe-inducing. It's,
Of course.
if you thought the Bruce Willis stuff, the snappy, the snappy '80s blues, oh man, oh man, oh man, check out the long form version and like sincerest of apologies in advance. And I still like Bill.
Of course. He was always like delightfully cheesy, though.
Delightfully cheesy.
You're stewed buttwad.
Reg Mackworthy.
Nothing.
Matheson. Doug Judy.
Wait.
Beverly
It's me,
Loughlin.
It's
Yes, it is.
it's Daryl.
Daryl
from the warehouse.
Philbin. Sure is.
Fuck, why can't I think of his name?
Oh, come on. Don't make me give this last one, which
Say it.
Blair will do it.
Say
No,
it.
it's
Say it before he gets it. Say it.
oh no,
Doorman.
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 Oh my God.
Now Blair's in it. Who's going to get it first? Doorman, come on. Daryl Philbin. What's
Oh
going
my
on with
God.
you? Oh, my God. I want him on the
I
show,
love
and you
him
guys
so
are
much.
just.
Craig.
Yes.
Craig Robinson. Half a half each.
Has a half each.
We gotta make
Yeah,
her full
for
season
sure.
anyway.
Son
Man,
of a
why can't I
bitch.
think of his name? It was right on the tip of my tongue.
Someone got too bake ached. Craig Robinson sings and plays piano in the group Craig Robinson and the Nasty Delicious.
Yes. I bet that's good.
It's sexy. You know it's sexy.
He was didn't he play music
Oh,
in
he-
Hot Tub Time Machine?
Oh, he plays
And-
music in The Office. He
Everything.
plays music and everything. He and his keyboard. He loves his keyboard. He
I love his jam.
I love his
in
voice. I
This
bet
Is
it's
the
good.
End. He plays
Yeah.
like take your panties off. Scooney. Augie. Chris D'Amico.
Chris.
Who also
Klein?
is the motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Come on. You'd also know him as Fogel.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Fogel, hi.
The motherfucker.
The motherfucker.
Thank you. God. The Mintz-Plasse plays the drums in the band The Young Rapscallions.
Scally.
The Young Rapscallions. They're not bad.
They're not bad.
What
They're
does
not
he
bad.
play?
He plays the drums.
Drums. Okay.
Drums. He's actually a pretty good drummer. Like, yeah, he's a good drummer.
You know, we're tied again.
Shit.
Just saying.
Don't say that, Blair.
Just
Fuck.
saying. Completely tied up again.
Wow, this one. You're going to be mad that you can't get it, but at the same time, it's like you can't get it. I wouldn't get it.
Just Tyler or me too?
You too, and you both have equal
I
chance.
thought you were looking at Tyler like, I'm gonna get it.
This
I'm
is
gonna get it.
This is not like the '80s masculine Steven Seagal. This is like this is up for grabs. I don't think either of you got it.
Like a good challenge.
Okay.
Tom Hamilton.
Tom or Todd?
Tom. Not
Tad.
Not Tad.
Yeah.
Win a
Damn
date
it.
with Tad Hamilton.
Like win a date with Tom
I'm like,
Hamilton.
you guys, I think I'm gonna get this one.
Totally know this.
Charlie Peck. Cooper Tilson. Jimmy Morris. Jack Cap Rooney.
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 No.
No.
Oh, damn it.
No.
Rooney.
You know where I was headed with that.
Doc Holliday.
Val Kilmer.
No.
No.
What?
The other one that played Val Kilmer, I think it even came out in the same year. If not, it was the year before.
What?
Yes.
Why would they do that?
I know you're not going to get it. And yet I could say one thing right now.
Is it a Douglas?
It's not a Douglas.
No.
It's not a Douglas. And you're going to be ashamed of yourself for how I can lead you right to it.
Okay.
Like, this is sad. All those names, nothing, not a drop, right?
Yeah.
All right. His brother plays Cousin Eddie.
Oh.
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. You mean Dennis?
You mean Dennis Quaid?
Oh yeah,
my
totally.
God, that's hilarious. His brother played.
Poor Dennis Quaid. All the work
He
he's
was
done
Doc
is always just
Holliday?
Randy's brother.
Yes, he played Doc Holliday in, I think the movie, it was Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
The
other form of Tombstone.
Yes. Kevin Costner was Wyatt Earp, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. The other Tombstone,
That is
year before
so
Tombstone or same year as
hilarious.
Tombstone, that wasn't near as good as Tombstone. Dennis Quaid plays guitar and sings in his band The Sharks. Dennis Quaid, who starred in more than 60 movies over the past 30 years.
We couldn't even couldn't have done that,
one.
Randy.
Let me say that again. Who starred in more than 60 movies over the last 30 years.
30 years.
30 fucking years.
Plays guitar and sings lead in a rock band called The Sharks. Although Quaid insists the band is just for fun, they perform original songs in addition to covers. They sound like a typical sloppy bar band, but it's apparent that Quaid is having the time of his life, even if his rock faces are a little disturbing.
Oh, I could so see him doing
yeah.
weird rock faces.
Don't you know that
Oh my
guitar
God, as soon
face
as you
is
said
like-
that.
Painful guitar
Yes.
face. It looks like it hurts.
Because he's like enjoying it so much, it looks like he's like,
Yeah. It's like a 35-minute orgasm.
yeah. Push it.
Did you forget something, Blair? Mark
Oh,
it.
Blair.
Oh, damn it.
Blair.
Pistol Pete. Mark it.
What's the count over there?
10 to 9. He's up by one.
All right. I like this one. Captain James Biggs.
Captain Biggs.
Nix.
Nix.
Ian.
Just Ian.
Jasper.
Jasper.
Dr. Gregory House.
Hugh Laurie.
Shit.
Yes.
way.
You totally set me up for
Why
that.
did I say that before?
Did you guess?
You do that
Wrong-
all the time.
Wrong house
Tyler
before.
does that
and
like
I- and
every
I-
other episode.
And I give you
Yeah.
Dr. Gregory House. You guessed Hugh Laurie on Tom House. And on Dr. Gregory House, you go blank.
Obviously, I don't know his first name.
Doctor.
I know it's Dr.
He
House.
said doctor.
Could be Dr.
Blair ties it up.
Philippe House. Who knows?
Philippe.
Leave. Hugh Laurie.
Could be Philippe.
Dr. Shithouse. Who knows? I don't know.
Hugh Laurie played in a jazz quintet at the Cheltenham Jazz Festival. He's also released several albums as a solo artist.
You play jazz flute?
He plays jazz flute.
I bet that'd be fun. Could see him grooving.
That's awesome.
It's like the SAT. If you answer wrong, there's a penalty.
I swear, every other episode you do, or every other game we play,
You guess one early that it comes
Tyler
to-
mentions
yeah.
it and
That
then like
Blair
can't
gets.
get it
Yeah.
later.
You're welcome.
Or I set you up for it early. Oh, thank you.
Well, every right answer I get is because you've thought of it first. I pull it from your brain.
exactly.
And I get it out
I
before
see
you
It
do.
was in my brain
I see it on your
first.
forehead. It starts slowly fading in.
Just read it right off.
Dave Boyle. Griffin Mill.
Griffin?
Merlin.
Who is there ever been a live action?
No. Nick Beam.
Martin Lawrence.
No.
Oh no. Tim Robbins.
What?
Shazam!
Didn't have to use Ebby Calvin Nuke Lelouch, which you would have gotten it on anyway, or Andy Dufresne if I had to,
The
which don't
obvious.
make me do that.
No.
Martin Lawrence.
Biscuits. Nicely done with the Nick Beam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Nick Beam.
That was a great movie. I love that
So
movie.
I love that
funny.
movie too.
Saw that in the theater.
Those
and
two
loved
are
it.
comedic
They were a great
They were
pair.
duo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoever
That
thought to
worked.
put them two together was like brilliant.
Let's just face it, that worked. Tim Robbins sings and plays guitar in the band Tim Robbins and the Rogues Gallery Band.
Some of these actors need to get a little bit more creative in their band names.
Lucky Fritz. Ricky Wade. Edgar Frog. Pete Fontaine.
Oh, I feel like I should know this.
Teddy Duchamp. Mouth.
Oh, fucking.
Mm.
Oh my God, hold on. Don't say anything else.
Corey Haim. Corey Feldman.
No, Corey. Shit.
One of the Corys.
Tyler.
One of the motherfucking Corys.
Wow.
Damn it.
That literally.
I saw it in my brain.
I
That's not
literally
even
saw
fair.
it show up on Blair's forehead.
No,
I saw it myself.
It came up and I'm
I
like,
saw it myself.
He's gonna get it.
Tyler's not lying.
No,
it showed up on her
oh
face.
my God.
She said Corey Haim, Corey Feldman.
Corey-
He's one of the
I
Corys
did.
in your brain, and I pulled it.
It's not fair.
Make up your mind, Blair. I'm
It's
trying to
not
win
fair.
here.
Make up your mind, Blair.
I'm trying to fucking win here.
Shit.
I need the answer.
Oh my God. I almost gave myself that point because I swear I like technically got it first.
I can't believe somebody got that. I thought after Mouth, I was like, come on.
That's what I mean. I had it. I just like was like, oh, yeah, just stop saying this so he doesn't, so it's not here.
That's great.
Shit.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman is the lead singer of the band Truth Movement. He also plays guitar. All right. Lucas Stevens. Buddy Holly.
Oh, who played Buddy Holly?
Jason Shepard. Cody Banks.
Frankie Muniz.
Oh man, he was Buddy Holly.
Yes, he was.
Should have known that.
Frankie Muniz plays the drums in the bands You Hang Up and Kingsfoil.
Kingsfoil?
He's a decent drummer too.
That's cool.
Ooh.
Yes.
Sells one hell of an olive oil here as well.
Lisa Cooper. Annie.
Oh
No, you do not have
Stacy.
no,
Stacy.
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Stoney.
Oh yeah.
Is
Niobe.
Yep. Oh, it's I just said it. Fucking
Yes, you did.
Jada
said
Pinkett
it?
Smith.
oh shit! You already said it.
I said it earlier.
You did. Just I wanted to say something. I was like, Jada Pinkett Smith's entire family is deeply involved in music, but she is the only member to depart from R&B and rap by singing in a heavy metal band.
Nice, Jada.
Wicked Wisdom, which has released 2 albums to date. Formed in 2002, the group played the second stage at Ozfest in 2005 and toured with Sevendust a year later.
Really?
Fucking love Sevendust. They even received praise from Sharon Osbourne, who credited Pinkett Smith for her love and respect of metal.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
she's got some pipes too.
I just love Jada.
Diane Moody. Kate Fuller.
No.
Becky.
Becky. There's been so many Beckys, even on one show. Is it one?
How many Mallory Knoxes are there?
Only one.
You don't know
Sarah Gilbert.
No, Mallory Knox. Come on. Iron Maven.
Oh, Juliette Lewis.
Crap.
Yes.
Should
You
have
ruined
known.
it.
Yes.
Should have known. Should have known.
You lost your chance with Mallory Knox because you should have known it from Natural Born Killers.
I know.
I knew Blair was going to get it with the next one.
Absolutely. I fucking love Juliette Lewis.
fuck me if I was going to say Audrey Griswold.
Oh.
If it came to that, we would just stop the game. Gripes. Juliet and the Licks, which formed in 2004 and was fronted by actress Juliette Lewis, released an EP and 2 studio albums. They also recorded with Dave Grohl, shared a bill with Foo Fighters, and opened for Muse and Chris Cornell. They broke up in 2009, and she pursued a solo career.
That'd be fun.
She's good.
Should have known. I've seen her live.
I was going to say, you've even discussed it. Like, what the hell's the matter with you?
Hard as a drum machine. Seen it.
What's the matter with you?
Seen it.
Fuck.
Loved it.
It's so good. Check it out.
Lady Cynthia Portly Rind.
Ooh, that's a name.
Rose.
Why are you so coy about it?
Missy.
I know. No. I think I know.
You don't know shit.
No.
Joni Thrombe.
Oh, Joni.
It's a...
No. Toni Collette.
Got it
Damn
before
it.
Jane
Joni.
Brewster
Did
and
you steal-
Cheryl Hoover.
Did you steal that from me?
Blister.
I hope so.
Blair just took
Wow.
that one off of the front of my
Back
brain.
at ya.
Well done. B.
We're tied again.
Oh, you're tied again.
Oh my gosh.
The actress was the lead singer and songwriter for the band Toni Collette and The Finish. They had some success touring in Australia back in 2006, 2007. They released one album, but never went any further than that, and Toni focused more on her acting.
Love Toni too.
Toni too.
Toni too. I did not know by the first couple names there though. What was the first one from? Lady
I don't
Cynthia.
know. As a matter of fact, I can't even tell you if it's Lady Cynthia and Portly Rind, and I forgot a comma, or if it's Lady Cynthia Portly Rind, and I'm almost positive I forgot a comma. Chances are excellent. I don't know.
But those are two separates.
I don't know. We'll have to fact check that.
Either way, I got it.
This game was poorly put together. This is rotten.
Crunchtastic
loving
R&D
it.
departments back to the grindstone.
Is it tied up?
Tied.
Really?
Is this the last question?
That's interesting going into the last
Oh
question.
no! I hate
This
this.
one's for
like,
all the marbles.
Don't look at me. I need like
for the whole kit and caboodle.
no.
I
Don't
need a
look at my
snack or
face.
something to get ready for this. Some brain food.
I'm scared.
Steve Jones.
David Duchovny.
Jeez.
No!
I've been just letting you toy along. Stick by my... I could have got all of these on the very first one.
Whatever.
Every single
Blair,
time.
If it makes you feel any better, I would have had good money on Tyler getting the next name with JP Pruitt. He would have gotten it with JP Pruitt.
No, I wouldn't have.
Zoolander?
Nope.
JP Pruitt. The world's greatest hand model.
The world's great.
Oh my god.
What about Hank Moody?
Oh, yeah. I would have got
Definitely
that.
Hank Moody.
Yeah.
Damn it!
X-Files.
I wouldn't have even known from that.
X-Files star David Duchovny released a 70s style album described by one viewer as dad rock called Hell or High Water in 2015.
Dad rock.
He sings and plays guitar on the record and even performed a duet with former co-star Gillian Anderson.
Damn it.
Just a big old W underneath the T.
I'd rather put winner under Tyler than like a fat loser.
I'd like
under
to see
me.
both, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
This has been some fun.
This was good.
Celebrities and bands.
Good game.
Of course, we're all over here like doing the motions.
Air guitar.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Damn, that was good. We did actually do better than I thought. 'Cause
No
I was a
shit.
little bit worried when we were
Yeah,
saying,
I was
like,
worried. I was like, I don't know any celebrities in bands. Turns out I know 18 and a half.
Man, you guys did well.
No, not
Way
that
to go,
many.
B.
I'm proud of you guys. This has been another episode of Something Crunchy. Don't ever forget to live your crunchiest life.
Be crunchy to one another.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that crunchy good shit. Thank you for listening.
You know me.
Cool Ethan.
Damn it.